Did you all get to watch basketball? Gosh, that's such a cliffhanger. We got to watch the end of the first half right before our game, and I got to be honest, there's a part of me wondering how the second half went. But obviously, congratulations to Coach Oates and the basketball team. Just been so awesome to follow them this year, and so proud of what they've accomplished to this point, and excited about the next step. But really good day for us, good weekend for us, and certainly made some mistakes and plenty we need to get better at, but it was really good to come out and win a series against a very good team. And wasn't pleased that we got down in all three games, but Antoine wasn't sharp early, but he grinded and battled and gave us 6 innings, and thought we made some progress offensively today. Not sure that we played 8 innings offensively, but thought we had some beautiful at-bats in the third. And, their starter did a nice job. And I thought we adjusted to him and his changeup well and kind of took that away and really had a beautiful run there in the third inning when we put up the 7 spot. And, we were a little more active on the bases today than we had been, and had some benefit from that. So, good to play some good defense, and thought McNary and Landon were sharp out of the pen. And, again, plenty to work on, but pleased with the weekend. Really excited to be 14-3. I think for a little, we're tied for most wins in the country or one behind or something like that. And I know that'll, change and all that, but, to have 7 freshmen in the lineup and to be 14-3 at this point, pretty pleased with that.
Hey, Coach, you start off and Friday you struggle on offense, and then Saturday and Sunday you had a little bit of an explosion with the bats, and especially Hamiter. He ends 6 of 10 with a walk in the last 2 games. Can you talk about the whole team's offensive, the way they approached offense over the last 2 days, and then especially Hamiter?
I don't think our approach has been any different. We've gotten a little more active with some short game and some, starting some runners. But, William is, he's a really pure hitter. He's just got a really simple, repeatable swing, and he sees the ball well, and he's got a very good sense of timing. And, he's been pretty consistent throughout the year. I think even the first 3 or 4 games, he wasn't getting a lot of hits, but he was, squaring some balls up. So he and Zane, I think, way more than anybody else in the lineup they've been consistent of just being who they are. They don't try to do too much. And I know Zane's got the home runs, but I think one thing that William does is he swings at strikes and takes balls and uses the whole field and doesn't try to hit the ball over the fence, and just kind of lets the game and the at-bats come to him. And, he's got an innate ability to be on time and have some hand-eye, but he's just been really consistent. And that's kind of the person that he is. He's kind of the same kid every single day, and you wouldn't know if he went 0 for 4, 4 for 4, and what do you know? That shows up. When you live your life that way, then it starts to show up on the field as well.
Hey, Coach, I had a quick question. You kind of mentioned it in your opening statement that you liked what you saw from the batting in the bottom of the third. Y'all actually batted the whole lineup, so I was wondering what you liked about what you saw in the bottom of the third and what you can take away from that going into the season.
Yeah, good question. Their starter, the first time through the order was, we kept swinging over his changeup. He has a nice changeup, but he's throwing it below the strike zone. And, I would like to make that adjustment quicker, but, our hitters, eventually they did a good job of taking that pitch and not chasing it, and it put us in some advantage counts. And we just strung together several just good at bats. And we just talk all the time to the kids about them. Just make the pitcher work to get you out and get a good pitch to hit, and just the most basic, simple concepts of hitting that when you have 7 freshmen in the lineup that, can be hard to be consistent with. And, we just had several guys go up there and were patient and laid off some stuff out of the zone. I got a good pitch to hit and used the whole field and didn't try to do too much. And, there were a lot of singles, but they were, solid contact to both sides of the field. And we just didn't get ourselves out, which we've been doing way too much. So, and I was as excited as I was about the third, and I told the kids this, I was equally as frustrated and disappointed with the 4th inning. They bring in a reliever that showed no ability to throw his breaking ball first strike. And Drew Williamson sees 5 fastballs and 6 pitches and takes a cold third. And then Zane Denton and Owen Diodati both get fisted on 3-1 fastballs at 90 miles an hour, which was just really, really disappointing. And those kids are good players. And that's just youth that you put up the 7th spot. And then next inning, the college kids, the game's over. You know, I don't have the same heightened sense of focus. And we talk about it all the time. And we got to get better at it. And, you know, when you play a good team, and Stetson's a good team, the game was not over, right? You look up at 7-3, next thing you know, an inning or two later, they got a couple guys on base and they're one swing away from it being a 1 or 2 run game. You know, I haven't looked at the statistics lately, but I would guarantee you that our quality at bat percentage or batting average or OPS or whatever you want to measure in the middle of the game is probably drastically lower than, you know, early and late. And, you know, that's something that we've been harping on and we got to get better at, and it needs to be soon.
Coach, what did you guys want to get out of this series with Arkansas just around the corner next week and a trip to Fayetteville? And do you think you got out where you hoped to this weekend with the series win?
That's a good question too. Just like with these first 4 weeks, like I want us to get better, and there's all kinds of things we got to get better at. I kind of have talked about this a couple times with the schedule. Like I'm glad we lost Friday because we made too many mistakes. And yes, I would rather be undefeated, but like, you know, you can talk about all these things that got to get better, and it doesn't really resonate with the kids until they give up runs or they get out, their batting average starts going down, or you lose games, you know. And I think if you make all these mistakes and you're playing a really weak opponent and you still win the game, it just doesn't really resonate with the kids when you're saying like, hey, we got to get better at this ain't going to work in Vietnam, you know. So, you know, I don't think we played great this weekend, but we played a good opponent. We won the series, and you know, we're finding ways to win. We're 14-3, and we've played a very solid schedule. So, you know, that being said, I think we've accomplished what we have looked to get out of this preseason schedule. But with that being said, we got to get noticeably better in every area of the game.
Hey, Coach, how excited are you to be playing your first SEC game in a couple of weeks for the first time in like 2 years?
So, man, I am fired up. That's why you come to Alabama as a coach or as a player, you know, to play in this league. And I check the box score every day, hoping that Arkansas wins. I want them to be undefeated. I want them to be number 1. It's an awesome venue. It's a great program. Dave Van Horn is one of the best coaches in the country. They'll have great players. And, you know, I can't wait to see how we stack up. I believe in our group, and I can't wait to go in there and give them everything we got. Now, with all that being said, I told the kids this, you know, we need to keep getting better, and we need to win a game on Tuesday. Just like I'm excited about Arkansas, you know, the kids are doubly excited, and, you know, we need to take care of business Tuesday and keep getting better before we get too fired up for the Pig Suey crew.